fighting has broken out in Libya between supporters of former leader Muammar Gaddafi and forces loyal to the new government. The head of the National Transitional Council has warned that the country is on the verge of returning to a state of civil war. Let's get more details on this now from RT's Maria Fanoshina standing by live. Maria, good to see you. So it might seem to some that Libya is reverting to parts of what we saw last year, to the mid to late months of 2011, with tribal factions here, loyalists going against opposition. How serious is this talk of civil war?
Rory, this is very serious. In the last few days, the situation in Libya has been very tense and very dangerous, actually, indeed, with NTC, National Transitional Council, Libya's interim government, protests and clashes between the pro-government fighters and forces still loyal to the ousted leader Muammar Gaddafi taking place in different places throughout Libya. On Monday, we did receive reports that Gaddafi loyalists actually managed to take control over the city of Bani Walid, southeast of the capital, Tripoli, once known as Gaddafi's main stronghold, and did also manage to raise green flag at one of the gates of the town. Green flag, symbol of Gaddafi's rule. And local officials have been reporting about at least 5 NTC people killed in this violence. So as we can see, this is very symbolic. Bani Walid, as I've just said, has always been considered Gaddafi's main stronghold, and since the beginning of the uprising, people from this particular area, from Bani Walid, have been volunteered to fight for Gaddafi, to die for the former colonel everywhere throughout Libya. And once it was said to be the stronghold for Gaddafi's son, Saif al-Islam. So that's very symbolic that the violence erupted at this level, at this serious level, in this particular area, and it didn't come actually as a surprise. No one can say for sure what was the reason for this violence, the reason behind these tensions, but we just know that the same day, early on Monday, Libya's Justice Minister has come to media announcing that the International Criminal Court agreed to try Saif al-Islam Gaddafi's son in Libya under Libyan law. Actually, later on Monday, the ICC spokesperson denied this information. It has never been confirmed, but actually there was an announcement from Minister of Justice of Libya, and later we saw this violence erupted. Maybe these two things could be connected. Later on Monday, we also were receiving reports about violence around Tripoli, and following that, the NTC set checkpoints around the capital just for security reasons, and also 3 NTC people were reported to be killed in the city of Benghazi, in the eastern part of Libya. Benghazi, the city which is known to be the stronghold of the rebels since the beginning of the uprising last February. Rory?
All right, Maria, so you talk about this renewed aggression here. The people are angry at the NTC for a slow state of reform, certain levels of corruption. You mentioned that the NTC has positioned some checkpoints in and around Benghazi. Any other courses of action the National Transitional Council has been undertaking to avert the violence?
Yes, you're absolutely right. We can see that angerness among Libyan population is rising over how NTC is controlling, is governing in Libya, and we know that we know it from the local officials. When then the violence erupted in Bani Walid, local officials asked NTC to send army, to send troops to help them fight against Gaddafi loyalists, but the army has never been sent there. So we can understand that NTC is trying to calm down and is actually being maybe afraid of the violence escalating. We also know that following the demonstrations in Benghazi, when crowds of students have been protesting against NTC, being angry about, as you said, slow pace of reforms and lack of transparency. One of the high-profile members of NTC resigned actually, and this resignation was accepted by Abdul Jalil, the chief of NTC. So we can see that NTC is trying to take control over this situation, but with actually little success so far. Rory?
All right, Artis and Maria Fanoshna there with the latest on Libya. Thank you.